Dale Not Dale Podcast.
What's up, Vaughn?
What's up, dude? I don't know about you. I am exhausted.
You're tired?
So tired. I mean, I couldn't, like, this morning I woke up and I was like, golly, we're back.
What a setup.
Dude, it was so good.
Yeah, so this was this episode is really a recap of our trip. So, I mean, some of you may follow us on social media. We were recently in Phoenix, so this episode is about that, and we're going to break that down after the intro. But yeah, it was a quick trip, but it was we had a lot going on.
Yeah,
action packed.
It was definitely action packed,
and that was all made possible by
Good Ranchers.
Good Ranchers, our future podcast sponsor, friends of ours now. I mean, we're friends with the whole group. I mean, we're like family.
Yeah, we haven't even signed anything, but if we say future podcast sponsors,
it's on you, Ben.
It's on them.
Yeah. So Ben Spell, Corley's wife, and then Jermaine and Erica. We hung out with them.
Jermaine, Erica, Carly, Jenny, Jordan, Allie.
Dude, you're doing good.
Dude, I tell you, I actually...
what was Ben's brother's name?
Jay.
Okay, Jay.
Dude, see? I'm getting it.
Jay, hey, this Good Ranchers group was awesome. They were like, I mean, I texted him yesterday. I said, dude, your team was awesome. They're like super gracious. Like we had a good time with them. They made us feel like a part of their group.
Yeah.
And because we went to a place that we didn't know anybody except for them.
Yeah.
Really only Ben and Corley and Jermaine.
Right.
We met the rest there, really.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man, it was awesome. So
good group of people.
Big shout out to them. Yeah, that's a fun. You can just tell from the employees, like, that's a good place to work at. Like, it's a big family. There's a lot of nepotism that come here. Everybody's married and related. I mean, hey, but if you're going to start a business, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know, you got people you trust.
Yeah, for sure.
But, man, they were awesome. They made that trip possible for us. And in turn, it was kind of like the start of the just the partnership. That's kind of,
yeah.
I mean, we're like family with them now.
I know.
I want a Good Rancher t-shirt.
We were asked to go show up to work.
Yeah.
And we basically said, we're not going to work. We're just going to eat food with y'all.
Jenny hired us. I'm like, well, I'm going to come and I'm going to show up around lunchtime.
And I'm doing it for free.
Yeah.
I don't even want to be paid.
No.
Pay to me is hanging out with that group of fine folks.
Yeah, they're awesome, man. So, yep. Well, let's get the episode started, man.
Let's do it.
Uncle Dale and Vaughn with stories to unfold. So sit back, relax, and behold. We discussing life and all its ups and downs. Tune in from your side of town. Talking pop cultures, movies, and TV shows. Giving the thoughts and much more. This shit is style, clothes, gadgets galore. Keeping you entertained, you'll be begging for more. Cause we gon' laugh and hey, maybe even crying. But one thing's for sure, you'll be smiling. Cause Uncle Dale and Vaughn are at your side. So come along, join, and let's ride.
All right, we're back, man. We're live.
We are.
Episode 30, dude.
30, the dirty 30.
Is this a milestone?
I don't know. Is there milestones in podcasting?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, hell yeah, it's a milestone.
Yep. So, yeah. So we're going to talk about this trip. We're going to do a little recap of the trip. This was a fun. So let me go back.
Let's go way back. Let's go from the beginning.
Yeah. So I was born in 1983, June 30th.
I was born July 24th, 1984.
So, Good Ranchers were. They sent me a DM months back. This was during 22, saying, "Hey, we want to send you some of our meat." They do the subscription boxes of like the meat.
Yeah.
So like, oh, dude, heck yeah! Like, send it over. I'll do some stuff for you guys. I'll promote you guys on Instagram. They sent me the Classic Rancher box, which I believe they sent you.
Just got yep.
They sent me the Classic Rancher box, which was like some steaks, some their chicken breast, things like that, ground meat, and man, the stuff was awesome. Like, it really is good. So did that. That was successful. Did some stuff with them, shared them, and then just recently, me and Vaughn we're working on sponsorships for the podcast. I was like, let me hit back some companies I've done stuff with. One, it'd be organic. It'd be two I've already worked with, so they might be
Yeah.
want to do it again. So I hit them up, and they responded, and they're like, "We're in Texas. You want to meet here?" And we had no idea. I had no idea. I told Vaughn about the thing coming up, but had no idea that they were in Friendswood, which is like 10 minutes from us.
Down the street from us.
Yeah. So I told Vaughn, me and Vaughn met there one day for lunch and had a meeting with Jermaine, Ben, and Corley.
And Allie.
Allie was there taking minutes, I think.
She's taking minutes. Yeah. I hope she was taking jokes because there's a lot of
dude,
a lot of good one-liners over that barbecue.
We dropped some fire.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, so they brought lunch in, and man, we met, and it was crazy, man. It was cool. It was cool to hear their story.
Yeah,
their big deal was they're domestic, like everything's domestic about what they do.
Yeah.
Their meat,
where they source
sources.
it.
Yeah, they source everything from the United States.
Yeah,
which is the opposite of some of the bigger ones, their competitors. So,
you know, one thing I was kind of thinking about, every, delivery company that does, which is the new way of the future, I'm assuming, they always say, well, there's this one defining factor that makes it better. So for me, where you source the meat is not so much important to me as it is the quality and the taste.
yeah.
This meat is by far, and I'm not kidding, is by far superior than anything I've ever had delivered to my door.
Yeah. Dude, we ate the ribeye at the golf tournament.
It was unreal.
They cooked.
And
then the Wagyu burgers.
They made a traffic jam at a golf tournament because they were serving ribeyes. Nobody wanted to play golf; they wanted to eat ribeyes.
Yeah, that was a little. That was a fun little area.
Yeah, and I'm not going to tell them about how you hit the bartender.
We'll get into that. We'll get to that. So so that's going on. We're meeting with them. We're talking about. They're asking all kinds of stuff about podcasts. Our podcast. They do a ton of podcast ads over the last couple of years already.
Yep.
Which I say I didn't know that, but I remember after I did I was doing the stuff with them. I heard them on the Impulsive, the Logan Paul.
Yeah.
They do some ads on there for Good Ranchers. And so I remember seeing that, hearing that. But so we start talking about stuff, and then somehow we segued to golf, right?
Ben asked us, "Hey, y'all like golf?"
Well, we said something about golf though. I think first.
Probably
something came up about the area. I don't know. We something came up about golf. Yeah, he said, "Hey, you guys want to play golf February 10th?" We're like, he's like, Vaughn instantly is like, I can't.
My son had a birthday. I had to.
Yeah. But so then we start looking at it. He's like, okay, well, hey, if y'all want to, it's a celebrity golf tournament in Phoenix for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
My friend Jay Feely is putting it on.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of all the information we got. We're like, man, I don't know if we can make this work. And so we left there talking to ourselves in the parking lot, like, dude, how can we figure out this way to get to Phoenix?
Yeah. I had to go through my mind of, I have to make sure that I'm not picking a celebrity golf tournament over my son's birthday. And then, I had the internal struggle. Like, yes, I know I'm not father of the year, but I can be most improved.
Yep. And then, so we go to dinner a couple nights later with the wives and kids, and we were sitting there eating, and you mentioned something about, we'll be in Phoenix. We're playing golf in Phoenix Friday.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, it's fine. We're not doing the water park we're not doing Six Flags until Saturday.
Yeah.
So you can just meet us that evening in San Antonio. We're like,
done.
So I messaged Ben. I was like, hey, if the invite's still there, we're in. And it was still there.
It was.
In like an hour, we had
flights and an Airbnb.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Good Ranchers hooked us up. They got us flights there. They got us an Airbnb. I mean, everything was...
It's top notch.
Everything was covered. We're like, oh crap! Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
And so so we were like that whole week we were texting each other, calling each other. Dude, I can't believe we're doing this. I can't wait till Friday.
So exciting.
We didn't know what was going to happen either.
No, we had no clue.
We didn't know who was going to be there.
Nope.
What to expect. We knew it was going to be cold potentially.
Yeah.
That's about all the thing we knew. And we're flying to probably one of the busiest places in the United States for that weekend.
It definitely
with
was.
a lot going on. What they have going on?
They have they have the Waste Management Phoenix Open. They have the Super Bowl going on.
Yeah.
And they had, this celebrity golf tournament we played in. I mean, it was busy.
Plus, I'm sure they had other programs going out. I know that through the week they did.
Yeah.
For the waste management.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, they shut down downtown Phoenix. I mean, or whatever side we were in. Not Phoenix.
we were in Old Scottsdale.
Yeah, Scottsdale.
Yeah. So there we go. We get ready. Then a couple of days later, your whole plan changed where you didn't have to come back. Friday night. So
my child got the opportunity to either pick going on a vacation for his birthday or play baseball, and 10 times out of 10 he is going to pick baseball, which really helped out his old daddy.
Yep. So Vaughn changed his flight to Saturday morning with me, and so we get up. Was that Thursday morning? No, Friday morning.
Yeah.
Friday
morning.
No,
we flew out Thursday.
Thursday lunch.
Yeah.
Thursday lunch. Me and Vaughn scooped him up, and we rode on our way to Phoenix. And then mid-flight, I get a text from Ben saying, "Hey, we're having dinner at this place in Scottsdale called Bourbon and Bones. Y'all come meet us."
Yeah.
And so, man, we got to the Airbnb, got ready, and
did a quick change.
Dude, that place was awesome.
That was.
So if you're ever in Scottsdale, Bourbon and Bones, we went there, and good steak. That's some good old fashions.
A whole lot of drunk college kids.
Yeah, Scottsdale was full. It was like a frat party.
It really was. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older or they're getting rowdier, but it was rowdy.
It was rowdy down there.
I was nervous
on the streets.
I was nervous.
You really were?
Well, a little bit.
There's like big groups. Like there's like 5-10 guys in the groves just kind of passing by. They're all hammered.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I wish I was with them, but
Yeah, I definitely don't.
No, it was fun. But yeah, so we had dinner. So we got to really sit down with all of them. Wynn met Erica, Jermaine's wife.
Yeah, just nice people.
Yeah, man.
I can't say that enough.
Yeah, no, they treated us to a nice dinner, and then they kind of showed us at night like who to expect the next day, who's gonna be there. Saw the list of celebrities that were gonna be playing. I was like, oh, man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
in word of it, and a little bit of advice. Don't go to a steak restaurant with people who sell meat for a living unless you want to have a breakdown of exactly how every bit of meat works. Which it was interesting to me, but I could, if I was like, a vegetarian, I would never want to eat with those folks.
That one guy, the waiter came to Jermaine's like, "How's your ribeye?" He's like, "It's okay."
Yeah.
And then me and Ben and you were like, "Dude, you got to get a filet, man. That's their best cut."
Yep.
At a restaurant,
And Jermaine always lets himself down on those ribeyes.
We had a talk, and he's like, "I do it every time."
Yeah, every time. It's insanity at that point.
He expects a different result.
Yeah, every time.
Same thing. But so that was awesome, man. So that was my first time to Phoenix, and it was pretty cool, man.
Yeah, Phoenix is a cool area.
I'll tell you what, all the food we had while we were there was top notch. Vaughn became a new coffee connoisseur of Dutch Brothers.
Oh, man. Not a sponsor, not a plug. Dutch Brothers coffee is now my go-to. This morning, I woke up to Folgers in my cup, and the whole time I was just, it was like a hateful cup. I was like, golly, this is nothing.
This coffee sucks.
This coffee sucks.
This coffee's not domestic.
Yeah, so Dutch Brother, changed my life. And they have a cold brew in a can.
Oh yeah, I didn't try. I wish I would have tried that.
Dude, you got to rotate and activate.
So so next morning, man, we get to the golf tournament, and so we're not far from anything. We just Ubered everywhere
in a van.
Minivan Central, dude.
I am so versed on minivans.
Anytime you get an Uber XL, you get minivans.
Every time.
And
especially in Scottsdale.
We had the Sienna. We had the Town and Country. We had the Odyssey.
Yeah.
We had a Caravan, probably.
There'd be no point for me to go test drive vans if I was in the market for them because I know them all now.
We didn't have a Nissan Quest, but my stepmom used to have one, so I know what that's like.
I didn't even know what a Nissan Quest was.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
That's their van.
If they don't make the Uber cut, they're not going to make my cut.
It was awesome, man. So we show up to the golf tournament, and I guess we looked lost. As soon as we walk in, we come outside.
Jay
Feely, the guy putting the tournament on for his Feely Family Foundation charity. He's like, "Hey, y'all," he knew who we were. He spotted us because I guess he probably knew a lot of the people that were signed up. I'm sure he knew most of those people. So, man, he came super nice guy.
I don't think we looked lost.
I know. He probably.
I think what it is he's been following our podcast and our social media. And when we got there, he's like, oh, there's Vaughn and Dale.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
But he came, met us, got us in the registration line where they gave us freaking brand new Jordan and Nike golf shoes.
Brand new.
That was awesome.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah, so we played at I got my hat on, Mountain Shadows,
par 3 course.
Short course. But, man, the golf tournament was, the golf course was
difficult.
It was very hard.
It was not what I imagined.
And it's par 3, so you got to be hitting your irons well. Like, it's hard to scramble. Like, I play scramble golf, not like playing scramble with multiple people, but like, I might hit a good drive, I might hit a bad second shot, a decent third, and make a putt.
Yeah.
It's a 4.
Yeah.
I'm not hitting center of the green, 2-putting, making pars every time. It's always a little bit. So par 3s are, you got to hit the green.
Yeah.
If not, you're kind of out the hole.
Especially on this course. This course is set up to be hard.
That course was tough.
That course was incredibly tough.
Yeah. But so we get there, then they're like, hey, we can put our carts on the thing and we see who we're playing with. So I was paired up with Ben Spell, owner of Good Ranchers. He was paired up with Jeff Darlington from ESPN.
Jeff Darlington was the highlight of my weekend.
Dude, he's one of the funniest guys ever.
An absolute treasure to be with. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I was so excited he was
awesome. He was a good time. Like, the cool thing was meeting people there. They were all really cool.
Human people.
Just nobody was
down to earth.
Yeah, everybody down to earth. Had a good time. And then we had a surprise because then we go and then Jay Feely rides up. He's like, hey, well, me and Charles, which is Hall of Famer Charles Woodson, is going to play with us. So we're going to play a 6'em.
Yep.
I'm like, holy cow, freaking Charles Woodson, Jay Feely, Jeff Darlington.
We're playing golf with Charles Woodson, for the love of God.
Yeah. So before we go play, I'm just sitting there and I go talk to him. I got buddies back home in Lake Charles, Westlake area where I'm from. They have a lot of friends that are fans of the Raiders, which is kind of crazy. Your cat's in here.
My cat just came in here.
It's all good. Let him go. So so it's kind of nuts. One, it's not like he's just a football player. This dude was a Heisman Trophy winner at Michigan.
Yeah. A Hall of Famer.
Super Bowl winner. And I know one thing was funny. We started messing about the tuck rule. He was like, I hate quarterbacks.
Oh, man. It's funny. You play professional athletes are such a different breed.
Yeah.
And it's unreal. The amount of competitiveness in their bodies was just, you could see that they were ready to roll.
Yeah. So I didn't know Jay Feely and him played at Michigan together. I didn't know Jay was a kicker at Michigan.
Yeah.
That's where they met.
He was definitely a kicker at Michigan.
Yeah, I didn't know that. So it's cool, man. It was just neat we got one picture of us team that we posted, and that was awesome. Like I said, we didn't ask for anybody for selfies, nothing like that. I didn't want to be that guy. But
there was that feeling of, I don't get starstruck by any means, but there were people I'm like, man, that's really cool to see him. But I never even came to the point where I would ask for a selfie.
No, so they did have one person there that I wanted to, Michael Vick.
Did you get it?
No. I did shake his hand, though. He was walking by. I said, hey, Mr. Mike, I'm a big fan. He's all, man. I told him, hey, nice to meet you. And that's it. We shook hands, and he was kind of quiet, though.
Yeah, he was.
So
he Mike stood away from everybody.
Yeah, but he's a bigger dude. He was larger than life for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he wasn't like say Charles Woodson is a big star.
Yeah.
But he wasn't Michael Vick's star.
Right. Well, yeah. I could see that.
I mean, he wasn't as polarized as Michael Vick.
Yeah. Michael Vick changed the game of football.
That's what I'm saying. Charles Woodson, dude, awesome. Everything he did, dude was super cool, man. He was one of those guys, you make a good shot, he come fist bump you. I mean, that's pretty neat, man.
He was awesome.
That made everything kind of just worth it. That was even better than even getting pictures with him, or whatever.
Yeah.
It made it really cool.
I had a couple embarrassing moments on the golf course that I just, I want to talk about because I know you're going to.
Yeah. So Vaughn, I'll let you talk about the putt. So okay. Vaughn, we got a hole. They're all like close to the hole because it's par 3. Obviously, they got hole-in-one opportunities on every one of them to win something, all kind of stuff. I mean, you can win from free meat from a year for good ranchers to hole-in-one to win a Tesla. They gave away a Jeep.
Yeah, somebody won a Jeep.
Got hole 17. The guy hit a hole-in-one on a Jeep. The coolest thing was not coolest. The funniest thing was we had 2 holes back to back. Some crazy stuff happened. Vaughn hits one tight, 3 feet.
Yeah, I bet it was within 3 feet.
3 feet on close to the hole, which it still wasn't even. It was like at the moment it was the closest to the hole.
Yeah.
And if that would have held up, he would have had a chance of hitting a $1 million hole in one shot.
Yep.
And so Vaughn was so we all play putt out because we're all out. I think I was in for par, and then Vaughn gets up and get about a 3-foot putt, and he hit it about 30 feet.
Yeah. I don't know. So like I've never claimed to be a great putter.
No,
I'm not.
You've always claimed to be a bad putter.
Yes, I have.
You showed it,
and I wanted to prove it. No, there was in my mind. I was like, okay, I'm going to hit this putt a little firm so that I don't have to have a lot of the break. And obviously I was nervous. I'm with Charles Woodson and I'm Jeff Darlington, who they're all looking at me, and I'm like, I don't know, something just overcame me where I feel like I hit it a little too hard and I hit it a little offline. And it went way past the hole, and then...
Dude, he hit it so far. Okay, then he had a putt coming back, which you were short.
Well, that was long again.
Long again. Then he missed another one.
Long again.
Then he lipped one.
Yes.
So then he's sixth. He triple bogeyed on the par 3 that he was closest.
Basically, what we're trying to say is I 5-putted a birdie putt.
Yeah, it was awesome. A 3-foot birdie. I mean, hey, I'll give you that. The greens were hard, but you could have lagged that putt up there.
100% my fault. 100% my fault. But, it's the first time in my life I've ever 5-putted.
Yep.
It's the first time in my life I've ever 5-putted in front of Charles Woodson and Jay Feely.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's the first time I 5-putted in front of you. I mean, really, we could look at the negatives of 5-putting, but there's many, many positives to it.
I'm glad you got your cat in here.
Is it making you nervous?
No.
I could get up and put her away, but she's just really happy right now.
It's all right.
She's such a great cat. It's the greatest cat.
We know you're a cat lady.
A cat, yes.
So we go to the next hole, and it's like 120-yard shot. Nothing crazy. And I like skull thin hook. Not hook, pull. Wedge.
Yeah.
And it ricocheted off a house.
You used the free wedge.
Yes.
We didn't talk about that.
Yep. So first hole we go to get a free PXG wedge, which was awesome. And Vaughn's a lefty, so he got screwed. Did she text you?
No, I'm not going to get a text message.
Yeah, we got all the right-handed people that play golf the proper way. We got free clubs. There's a reason why they didn't have lefties there.
And then I walked up and I said, I'm left-handed. And then they were like just so disappointed by me being there, just utter disgust of this lefty. And then they said, well, we'll get your number and send it to you.
But see, Michael Vick's lefty. I wonder if he plays golf right-handed.
Michael Vick probably had a custom set made for him before he got there.
But, yeah, I mean, he didn't probably want, I don't know.
And what I don't understand is why wouldn't I get a custom set? I mean, Michael Vick and Vaughn Schultz, I mean, it's not that far off.
Vaughn Anthony.
Oh, my God.
So talking back to that, to the next hole, I mean, we were already cracking up about Vaughn's deal. It was a mess. And then, they had at the back side of this hole, those girls were there, like, serving drinks. And I'm just worried about that cat keep hitting your mic.
All right. I'm gonna text to have this cat come picked up.
So then the funniest thing was like, so I hit that ball errant left, and then it ricocheted off a house, and I seen it hit the table they were like serving drinks at.
This cat. I'm moving the cat.
All right, this whole fucked up thing. just ruined the whole story.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No,
Yes, it did.
We can rewind it.
I wish you would have closed the door.
Got it.
This is why I don't like cats. For the record,
I love cats.
you would. It makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry about the cat.
Yeah, so Vaughn can't putt, recap. And then I hit a ball into some girls. Mm-hmm. Luckily, nobody got hurt.
Yeah, we're going to get to that part.
And so I definitely saw it hit the bar in front of them, and it landed.
Hit a house first.
Yeah, the house.
Did it hit a tree?
I just seen it ricocheting because, dude, it was coming in hot. Like
was.
it was a pull skull.
Oh, it was a solid hard shot.
Yeah, it was, dude. It was bad. It was a very bad shot. It was a free club. Never swung it before. I shouldn't have just hit it on there.
Yeah.
I did, and I regretted it. But we got the good story.
Yeah. Those bartenders were milking it a little bit, though.
Oh, I believe so.
I mean, one of them was like, "Oh my gosh, it hit me on the shoulder." I'm like, "Oh," and I was like, "It couldn't have been coming that hard." Well, and then she was like, "Well, it hit the house, and then it like bounced, and then like hit the trees, and then it hit me on the shoulder." I'm like, "Well, did it hurt?" She's like, "Well, I'm probably gonna have a bruise," and I'm like, "Don't try this. Don't try this now."
Give me a Red Bull and vodka.
Yeah.
That's what I told her. No, they were fun. We had some fun with them after that. But yeah, so it was wild, man. It was surreal to play golf with to play golf in Phoenix. I've always wanted to play golf in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Never had the chance to do that. And then on top of that, it was a celebrity golf tournament, Super Bowl weekend.
Yep.
With, we would have had fun. It was just been me, you, Ben, and Jeff. Like, that would have been a great foursome.
Yeah.
But then we add a Hall of Famer and Mr. Jay Feely, NFL kicker.
Yeah.
That just made it just more of a story,
It was, yeah. It was incredible. The views were incredible.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have a ton of really good pictures. I haven't looked through them all, but
I didn't take a bunch of pictures, honestly.
Because they had a camera crew there.
Yeah,
I think we'll get a lot from.
That's a bad thing. When there's things going on, I don't take a ton of pictures because I like just being there.
Being in the moment, yeah.
Crystal's the picture taker. So without them there, but like I said, I'm fine. Like I like we had stories,
Yeah.
memories that made it worth it.
One of the things that I left that golf tournament kind of really, really excited about is Charles Woodson and Jay Feely owe me $40.
Me too.
They owe you $40 as well. So they could have paid. It's not about the money, but I wasn't going to let them pay because I'm going to go to my grave and at my funeral, I'm going to have somebody say, "We shall bury you here," with Charles Woodson still owing you $40.
Yes. I didn't message him and say, "Hey man, just send me some of your Woodson whiskey." I didn't know you had a whiskey company, but I'm gonna say, "Hey, send me a bottle of whiskey."
We'll call it even. Well, I don't drink whiskey.
Well, autograph it. Be cool to have.
Well, then you'll drink the whiskey and
I won't drink it. I'll keep it.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have him autographed to the podcast.
You know what we could do? We could like abduct him and use the $40 for like ransom or something. Like, I don't want to go overboard.
Yeah.
But I think we could probably abduct him.
That's probably overboard.
Oh.
And he could probably beat both of us up.
That's probably true.
The dude's in great shape still.
He is. He looks like he'd get in it. Jay Feely's in great
I know,
shape.
he was.
He's what, 50, got to be 53, 54, somewhere around there?
Dude, he's got 4 kids. We met most of his kids at the event. It was like a big family deal. Everybody was helping him out.
One of the questions I wanted to ask him is like, how much, like, that there's been people that have called him from NFL teams if their, kickers are injured or whatever. Like, when was the last call?
We didn't get to ask him. Remember, we were going to ask how far of a kick he could think he could hit right now.
Yeah.
I wonder what he could hit.
I mean, I still think he's got 50 into him.
I think so.
I mean, he looks jacked.
The dude,
oh, he's jacked.
He's solid.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's for him, and I don't think it'd be strength. It'd be flexibility. I
Yeah.
mean, kickers are so flexible.
Yeah, but that dude probably. I mean, he's in great shape, not by accident. I mean, the dude's probably still. But so I've seen his like on Facebook. His son's a kicker, and then like we met his daughter and her boyfriend. He's going to like be quarterback at
South Dakota State, which is a really good squad.
I was like, it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the family.
Yeah, no kidding. So the place was star-studded. Got a bunch of people. Joshua Dobbs was there, the guy from the Steelers.
Yep.
Mark Mulder, some of the notable ones. Mark Mulder was there, who's an animal. He was huge.
He is. Josh Dobbs, didn't he play for the Titans now?
I don't know. I remember him with the Steelers. I don't know where I haven't followed him since then.
But to me, he didn't look like a quarterback.
He didn't look real big though.
No, he looked
He's thin
and tall.
Tall, thin, but I mean, dude's a freak athlete. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, coolest. I mean, the day was awesome. The coolest thing is, them guys owe us money. Because we get to the last 3 holes and they wanted to bet. They're like, hey, let's play a little $20 game.
They're the ones that brought up the betting.
Yep.
In the back of your mind when they first brought it up, were you kind of like, oh man, how much is this going to be for?
Well, I was like, if I lose money to them, it's still a story.
Yeah, but what if it was like too much money?
I would have said, I'm not doing it.
Oh, see, I would have still said it just to save myself.
No, I would have been like, come on, dude. I ain't about that life.
And then they said $20 a person.
Yep, and then
I was like,
so me and Ben won first hole. Y'all won the second hole.
Yeah.
And then we won the third hole.
Yeah.
Because your hole was a hammered hole where it was 40.
Yeah.
And then ours was a $20 hole. So and I was pumped. So it was 18. It was me and Ben, we couldn't get any birdies in all day, it seemed like. And then the last hole I hit one pretty close, about 10 footer, sunk to birdie.
Yeah.
To win the hole. I was only birdie out of that group on that one.
Our Jeff and I's front 9 score, I think, was 7 over. Our back 9 score was either par or 1 under.
Really? Wow.
And I'm not taking any tallies here, but we did not use a single one of his scores on the back 9.
I hope Jeff hears this.
I hope he does too. Team Pin Seekers.
We got to get Jeff on the podcast.
We have to.
Jeff was awesome.
Jeff's great.
We need to tell him we'll just fly to Fort Lauderdale and go.
Oh, he said, hey, when you're in Fort Lauderdale, let me know.
No, we need to just go.
Just show up.
Let him know when we're pulling in.
Well, what if he's like out of town?
We'll chance it.
Yeah, we could do that.
No, we need to hit him up. The dude was awesome, man. Like I said, that
hilarious.
Jay Feely, like his foundation thing was cool. Like it's for like rebuilding home. Like him and his brother were like rebuilding homes in Haiti like 10 years ago after what was one of the storms that wiped them out.
It was a storm. I can't remember which one they said, but then they rebuilt the village.
Yep.
And then the village was overran by some sort of gang or something.
Yep.
So they decided to evacuate that village and then rebuild homes in a new village in a safer part of Haiti.
And that's what the money was being raised for.
And that was, it was awesome. I mean,
so you can tell, like, the Jay Feely guy, like, he's a good dude.
Genuinely, absolutely,
really
genuinely good guy.
Apparently his brother, too. I don't know if his brother was anything in sports, but that's who he did it with.
Yeah. He had adopted, what is his name?
Delmont.
Delmont adopted Delmont, who is a Haiti refugee.
Yep.
He's came to the United States now.
Has a wife,
doing really, really well.
Yeah, man, that's like it's crazy. I mean, Jay Feely's got 4 or 5 kids, and I think Delmont's his 5th kid.
Yeah,
being from adoption. So
also, it was an awesome time.
It was cool, man. And then I mean, I hate to give you like a full recap of this trip, but it was actually that fun of a trip, so we want to talk about it. Yeah,
I don't hate to give a recap of it at all. I mean, I'd want a recap of somebody telling me this story.
But that was a long day. Our feet were killing us by the end of that.
Yeah. Golf shoes just aren't comfortable.
I know, man. That's why I never wear them.
I need to see. That's the thing. I don't want to slip.
I don't.
Oh, you're perfect.
Well, I know it's tough being me.
I know it is.
No, I've never. I don't like them, but I've always just played in tennis shoes or Vans. It's more comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, so me and Vaughn, like I said, we didn't have any plans for Saturday night. We're like, how about we do some dinner? And me being a foodie, I was like, I'm going to find us a place to eat. And I found Vaughn Bootleggers.
Oh, man.
What was it called? Bootleggers what?
Bootleggers Bar and Grill, I thought.
Okay.
Bar and
something.
And
this was in Old Scottsdale, which was a cool area. Apparently, we missed it because we were eating.
Yeah.
But where we walked to was they have it was a Super Bowl, like a tailgate from 8 in the morning, 8 p.m. every night.
Yeah.
During that week, they carpeted that little part of the street. They had all kind of stuff. Big Super Bowl. Was it Super Bowl 50? What?
I don't ever keep up with that.
4? I don't know. They had big old the lights for people to take pictures with.
Yeah.
People were lined up. It was pretty crazy. Like, dude, everywhere on the street there's people
yelling,
partying.
Go Birds, go Chiefs.
Yeah. They were nothing crazy. I didn't hear anything crazy.
No, I didn't.
Even for some Eagles fans that you were worried about.
Oh, those Eagles fans, they scare me. They do. Saw a couple people puking.
Yep. Oh, that one chick,
solid,
that one girl was she looked rough. Poor girl.
God bless her.
Some people can't handle Scottsdale.
I know, man.
I've always heard that.
Yeah, Scottsdale eats you up.
It's like Bangkok.
Yeah, it's not for the
Bangkok got them.
It's not for the weak, man. It's not for the weak. But no, yeah, it was a good time.
So we go to Bootleggers, and I told Vaughn it was on Triple D, so I was like, it's got to be good. And then Vaughn got his favorite
prime rib, man. Let me tell you something here. I love prime rib. It's by far my favorite cut of steak there is. And somebody will disagree and say it's not steak. Whatever you want to do, it's my favorite. It was cooked perfectly. The
smoke was perfect.
The smoke flavor was perfect. The flavoring was perfect. It was phenomenal.
You didn't leave one piece on there.
No, why? There's no need to do that.
I had some brisket that was really good, and some broccolini. But
broccolini was real good too.
That food was good, man. So I was thoroughly impressed with everything I ate in Scottsdale.
Yeah,
we got to go. Like I told you, we got to go back with the wives and really go with some intent to go explore.
Yeah, maybe do the freaking waste management. Maybe play in it.
Yeah, we'll play. We'll play in that program next year. We're only gonna get bigger.
So we're making a pact that you and I are going to be big enough to be in the waste management pro-am.
Yeah.
But we'll settle for the AT&T.
It's a blood pact, so I got a knife.
No, dude, I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
Yeah. So, man, that was but like I said, dude, we got there, boom, Thursday evening, had dinner.
It was nonstop.
Went to bed late. Hell, I went to bed like 1. You were still up. I was like, golly, your light was still on.
TikTok hell.
And then Saturday was a long day. Sunday, Saturday morning we get up at like 6.
Yeah.
To get Uber to the airport.
Yeah.
And dude, we fly back. We get back in Houston at 12:15. Me and Vaughn split up. I mean, I had straight to.
You had to go to baseball. I had to go to baseball on two opposite sides of the country.
I had to drive an hour away from baseball. You were.
I had to Uber
by your
back,
house.
I had to Uber back home, unload, get in my vehicle, and then go to baseball.
Yeah. So I didn't get home. So good thing is we won the championship. Bronson's on a new team. We talked about him going to a new team.
Yeah.
First term, it's a new team, and we won a championship, man. It was fun. But I was freezing cold, 40-degree weather up in Waller, Texas.
How many games y'all play yesterday?
4.
4 games?
4-0. Two pool, and then since it was bracket, we were second seed in the gold bracket.
Gotcha.
And so we played it 12 and 2, and then we didn't play again we didn't play our first bracket game till 6:30.
So in between 2 and 6, did y'all leave?
We went to the Mexican restaurant down there. Yeah, you couldn't go far.
It's cool. You gotta warm up.
We went. Oh, dude, it was.
Was the Mexican restaurant by an Italian restaurant?
I don't know. It's by the strip mall over there.
I've
It's probably
eaten
yeah, it is there.
Yeah, I've eaten there before.
There ain't much in Waller,
No,
except for that big old Buc-ee's.
there's nice Buc-ee's in Waller.
But yeah. So dude, we didn't get home till like by the time we finished and got home, me and Bron, it was like 12:15 by the time we got settled. So it was a long day.
I went to bed last
Tired.
night at 10:45, and I did not wake up until 8:05 this morning.
I must have texted you right before you were about to go to bed because it was around that time.
It was right after that. I went to bed.
No.
I was waiting on you to text me so you made it home safely.
Well, I was just started the drive.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, then I woke up early this morning, man. It's been like I said, it's just this year's been crazy. So this weekend was such like bam, bam, bam.
Yeah.
We got up, we had church, we had a class thing after church, and then we're doing a podcast today. It's like,
Yeah. It's been a lot.
people that know me always like, because we're always on the go. They're like, when do you stop? I'm like, I really don't. Like, me and Crystal, we're always going.
Yeah, your schedule, on top of your organization stuff, I'm going to veer off here for a minute. So my life before being disorganized was also, I kind of went with the flow, and I didn't have a whole lot going on. But now, it's nuts. But the thing is, I can't really blame it on you.
Yeah.
Because I remember at the end of last year telling my family, yeah, the travel for work's going to slow down a little bit. I'll have a little break. And then January 1,
Yep.
it's that break's gone.
It's getting busier for you.
Oh, I mean, I'm every day March. I'm going to be home one day in March, which is March 28th. And then, I'm missing Lindsay's birthday.
But yeah.
I mean, but I'll throw her 2 birthdays next year to make up for her. So
She's good.
but yeah, it's just been an absolute crazy fest of travel.
I was listening to last night. I was listening to the newest episode of Two Bears, One Cave, and Bert was saying on there that he didn't have a scheduled day off until like April 18th, and it's beginning 1st of February.
Yeah,
because how busy those guys are. I'm like, that's crazy.
I would be
between tour. I mean, I could do it, but if I was in that life,
yeah.
I mean, I don't blame him. But dude, he's got Birdcast, he's got Two Bears, he's got Something's Burning, he's got his tour, he's working on a special. Then it's all kind of stuff. Like, it's just crazy to think of them guys like they're that busy,
Yeah.
And their biggest part of their life is, besides stand-up, is their podcasting, which is pretty cool.
One of the things that I've done this year that's kind of helped me as far as scheduling is I released my schedule to have somebody else manage it a little bit. Like, I ultimately commit.
I could do it for you.
No.
Let me put your stuff.
No. This person is organized. And I've kind of let them, I say, hey, this is what I want to attend. And they put it on my calendar for me. And they, they'll let me know if I've overbooked something. It's phenomenal. I really like it. But on top of that is, now I've got this personal life schedule that's getting even more out of control than I thought it was. And, ultimately, I've still done a good job at keeping business separate from personal, but I don't have any other time. But I am going to get my pilot's license. I can find time for that.
There you go. We'll do a pilot. We'll do an episode from there.
Yeah, we'll call it a pilot. We'll call it a pilot.
Pilot episode.
Yeah. Then we'll sell it.
I can't believe you're going to be a pilot. That'd be cool.
Would you fly with me?
Yep.
Like, how many hours would I need for you to fly with me?
Few. Just a couple.
I wouldn't do that to you.
How many do you have to be?
Well, to be considered a full blown and have your PPL, which is your private pilot license, you need to have 40 to be legally able to fly a plane with a passenger.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot. I wouldn't be comfortable flying somebody at 40. I would be comfortable flying somebody at 150.
Yeah. So what do? You rent a plane?
Or buy one, yeah.
How much are they?
I mean, a lot.
Yeah.
Like 400,000. But
We'll have a podcast when we're wrapped.
Well, that's the whole point. Yeah, that's amazing what you can do. People call it tax fraud. I don't. It's loopholes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
I like it.
But no, you know, you can get a nice equipped airplane for about $400,000.
Let's get a King Air.
That's definitely not 400,000. Now you're now you're about 1.2 million in.
What? Let's go for broke.
Literally, we are.
I got this plane. I can't fuel it.
We got this badass plane. It's parked in my backyard because we can't afford to keep up with it. But no, we'll do a King Air. I'm good with that.
Oh man, dude, if you could be a Hall of Famer in any sport, what would it be?
Oh, that's tough.
WWE.
Golf. I mean, it had to be golf.
Yeah, probably.
Because I mean, I look at
you can play the rest of your life too,
and I look at NFL players. I mean, you look at Charles Woodson, right? So he looks still in great shape, but you know deep down inside that he has done so much damage to himself.
He's banged himself up, yeah.
And you know he doesn't look like it.
And he hits people.
Yes, I mean, of everybody I know that's had a Hall of Fame football career, or you know, played a lot of football in their life, like there's a lot of aches and bumps and bruises. Like my dad's a prime example. You know, 2 knee replacements. It's just a constant.
Your dad's a big guy too. He's tall.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that's you don't ever go away with it.
Where did he play at?
He played at Baylor, and then he went and played. Yeah, he was an All-American at Baylor, and then he went and played in Canada for a few years, and then.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
what was his position? Was he
center?
Dang,
he doesn't look like it. He was 280 pounds, I think, 280 pounds when he was in college at one time.
And he's like 6'5"?
No, he's 6. I mean, he shrunk. He was 6'3". I think he's
6'3".
Yeah.
He just looked like he looked like a big guy when I met him.
He's got massive calves still. His birthday is February 22nd. He'll be 70.
70?
He doesn't look 70.
My dad just turned 64.
Your dad didn't look old either.
No. Dude, 70 years old, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know he played football collegiately or even U.S. I mean, what was that?
Canadian?
The Canadian Football League?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
He had a little.
But 280 back then is huge.
Oh, that's gigantic.
That's big.
That's 315 now.
Yeah, that's like they got freaking strong safeties the way that seem like.
Oh yeah,
that run 4.3.
That's true.
You know, I mean,
yeah,
that's like a average size guy now.
Yeah,
you got to be a monster to be like like Dominican Sue, probably 350 at 6'7".
Yeah.
And runs 4.6 40.
Yeah,
like it's not fair.
Yeah, he does.
Like you can. That's like talk about putting that era against new era. Like they're so fast and strong now.
There's no comparison.
It wouldn't be fair.
No, not even close.
Like you could say those guys were tougher, but the speed and the knowledge and the technology, they can't.
Yeah, it's
like golf equipment. Like Nicholas. Like them guys hit long for it in like Persimmon Woods.
Yeah,
you imagine what they guys did with like the equipment now that had those pure swings.
That'd be incredible. Like they were hitting 1-irons.
I know.
Do they even make a 1-iron anymore?
JT or Roy, one of them have one because it looks like a freaking.
Is it like a blade 1-iron?
Dude, yes.
I don't know how anybody would want to hit.
It's the size of your ball.
I don't know. I've never been a pro golfer, so I can't think like them. So. I just don't know how anybody could connect with something like that. That would be really hard.
With them guys pure every shot, it makes a difference.
I know. I would de-pure every shot.
Yeah.
But Golf Hall of Fame for sure.
Golf would be... Just because if you're a Golf Hall of Fame, you had a good career.
Yeah.
And you made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And you didn't really...
Get hurt.
Put any impact on your body.
Next one would be baseball. The only thing about baseball is the amount of travel involved. And you're constant.
How long the seasons are.
And they're so long. And you do a lot of sitting. People don't realize, you have 162 games in a season, but you're not playing in all 162 of them.
Yeah.
You get off nights, and I can't stand that. I wouldn't be able to. Being as competitive as I am, I'd want to be out there all the time. It'd make me mad.
Well, if you're a pitcher...
A pitcher, you understand, but I wouldn't be a pitcher. I'd be a first baseman.
That's what I'm saying, but they don't really have off nights.
Sometimes they do.
I mean, you may have once every 3 weeks or something. I mean, it's not like they.
I don't want an off night.
But I'm just saying that's not like they have. It's not like a pitcher's off night.
Yeah, that's true.
Where they on rotation, you know.
I'd be a pitcher too.
But being a pitcher, you can play more golf. That's all I know. I know that from people that I know that pitched in professional.
Yeah.
They have more downtime, but they run the shit out of pitchers.
Yeah.
You run a lot.
I don't like to run. So I don't want to do that.
I don't want to be a pitcher anymore.
What do they not? Who do they not? Maybe I wouldn't want to be a catcher because you squat too much. I don't know.
I just want to be a ball boy.
You know what? I just want to be a Hall of Fame golfer.
Yeah, I know. That's probably the only sport I think I'd want to be. Yeah, baseball would be cool just because we grew up. Baseball was life, man. It was like the coolest thing ever, you know?
Yeah.
Like we definitely grew up in the best time of baseball.
I think so.
We watched the home run stuff, the steroid era.
Yeah.
We've seen Nolan Ryan play. I mean, we've seen some of the greatest.
Yeah. Minus the 50s. The 50s were probably a pretty good time to grow up in.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I didn't grow up in the 50s.
Oh, dude. Imagine doing like Back to the Future.
Yeah, I could. That'd be awesome.
It'd be cool to go back in time with what you know now to like.
I just gamble on sports.
That's all I would do.
It's all I would do. But I do want a DeLorean. Like not to travel anywhere, but just to have one.
You ever watch Jerry Seinfeld's show? No, you don't watch Seinfeld.
No, we do this every
no,
episode.
But it's not Seinfeld. This is his show after called Comedians in Cars Drinking Coffee.
Okay, I have seen a few episodes of that.
That's a cool show. That's but he had one where he was with Patton Oswalt and he picked him up in a DeLorean, and then the DeLorean broke down and they had to brought another DeLorean to him to get into another. Like I don't know how they have these DeLoreans available.
DeLoreans laying around everywhere.
Seinfeld's like a big car nut, like Jay Leno, you know.
Yeah.
And so I think it was Patton Oswalt one, which was a funny one. Patton Oswalt tells a funny story bit about the movie theater with his brother. I forgot how it goes. I don't want to butcher it, but you got to watch that one.
Yeah, a DeLorean. Yeah, that'd be cool to have a DeLorean.
Yeah, it'd be neat. So, yeah, man, we wanted to get this one on air quick, just because on the heels of a trip.
Yeah, and we haven't had time to really film anything else either.
We haven't. We got to do that.
We got a couple good upcoming guests that I don't want to. I mean, man, I'm excited.
We got some good ones. We got some good stuff coming this way. We're looking for more, looking for ideas, thoughts. Let us know. I mean, I've been pretty successful hitting people up, and they've been responding.
Yeah.
So it's been cool.
We got comedy showcase.
Comedy showcase.
We need to get that on the docket.
We've almost got a date, so we're gonna figure that out. The Dale Not Dale podcast presents
August 1st
comedy show. Is that the date?
That's the date I made up. That's the date I'm rolling with.
Is that a weekend though?
August 1st is a Saturday.
Okay, well, might have to do.
Dude, you just gotta put we always preach. Just put a date on it.
Oh man,
August 1st is the date. We have the rest of February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay, damn near 6 months.
Okay, well, I say August 1st is the date,
and we're gonna cap the amount of people at 150 people.
Okay, how much you gonna sell tickets for?
1,000.
Perfect.
Just kidding.
BYOB.
I don't know. I've never thought.
We need to get Sean on this.
Yeah, I've never done a comedy show.
Sean just put on his Instagram. He's got a comedy show booked coming up in Katy. He just booked another one that he's going to do he's putting on. We need to maybe try and make a trip up there.
Yeah.
Maybe take the wives, go see him.
Yeah, I'd like to go to his comedy show. Just so he feels obligated to help us with ours.
I'll hit him up to go. I'll hit him up on the dates and see if they can make that work for us. That'd be cool.
Okay.
We got a lot going on, man. We got the Houston Radio coming up, which I know I'll be at those quite a bit for work.
I'm sponsoring something in the Houston Rodeo. I can't remember what it is, but chicken maybe. Yeah.
Chicken. I got asked to do the pork one again. I'm not doing it. I was like, dude, I still got half of that pork left. I was like, I don't need it again.
I do it for just to help. I don't care about the meat.
Well, I care about the meat too. Because it's money that I don't need to spend potentially for our company.
That's true. Machine Gun Kelly and what's her name? Megan Fox broke up.
They did?
While we were in Phoenix. They were
Why?
in Phoenix. Something about dishonesty. I don't know. I wasn't listening.
Dude, Megan Fox is a fox.
And Machine Gun Kelly screwed that up.
Yes, he was.
And it probably wasn't even him. But you know what? It doesn't matter. That guy pulled Megan Fox. I mean, that's incredible.
That is incredible. She is. Whoa.
Gosh, she was a lucky woman.
Yeah, right. That's hilarious. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was just made aware of that this morning. I don't keep up with tabloids, but
Dude, much of them on Twitter and stuff. I didn't see that. Even on social media.
I don't know. I could just be spreading fake news. I don't know.
No, it's official.
If I said it, it's official.
Yeah. So, thanks again, Good Ranchers.
Oh man, huge thank you.
I got to connect with them guys. We need to get back with Ben, Jermaine, to talk about what the future is for them to be a sponsor of the podcast. What that looks like. We'll have a code to share once we do that.
Yeah.
So if you haven't heard of Good Ranchers yet, go check them out. If you need a discount code, I believe I still have one of my own for my personal one you could use for the now. So I'm not sure what that is yet. What it is still. It's probably my last. It's probably Uncle Dale. Use most of my discount codes Uncle Dale. But we'll have them for the podcast. So you'll make sure to check them out. Like I said, thanks again to them guys. They were super cool. Great company. They took care of us like royalty, man. They really took care of us.
And that's the good thing about them is I'm glad that their meat's great, don't get me wrong. But their vision and their company and the people are the best part of it by far.
Yeah, well, that's why they're thriving, man, because it's the people for sure. They have a good mission statement and their beliefs for what they stand for and how they got to where they're at. So they got a good foundation to really be big. And I know he was telling me stories about kind of the doors that open for them that happen. So our plan is I told him about getting him and Jermaine on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Since they're close, get them on where they can talk about all kind of stuff.
Went to high school with Jermaine. That's so crazy.
That is funny.
It's a small world. Smallest world.
And then we found out me and Ben go to the same church.
Yeah.
I was telling the pastor of the church, Brian, about I met Ben, we're gonna. He's like, what the heck, dude? I'm pastor of his church. You ain't take me to Phoenix.
Yeah, maybe next year.
And Brian plays golf too, so it's funny, man. So
yeah. All right, man. This is kind of a short one today.
Well, still about an hour.
I know. I'm so tired.
I'm tired too.
Do you want to go get the cat again?
Yeah.
No. You love that cat.
Cats are weird, dude.
Cats are not weird.
They're very weird. My mom used to have a bunch of cats. And they're just weird creatures.
Most smart, intelligent people have cats. I don't know why that is.
I'm not that guy. I'm fine with it.
You got a fish? You need a fish.
Nope. I got a dog, and he's awesome. And he's named Tiger. All right, Vaughn.
All right, man.
We are out.
Let's go watch this Super Bowl.
Hopefully next episode past this, we will have a very cool guest on here.
I know who the guest is.
Vaughn's excited about this one. So.
I pulled him. So excited.
Landing nothing but heat.
This guy is phenomenal. And everybody don't know who he is, too.
There's no doubt.
And if you don't, stop listening to our podcast.
Just stop right now.
Yeah.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
Rude.